What is going on, everyone? My name is Boit and I am back with some more Age of Mythology, the hybrid mod action. Spawning in the top of the map in the teal color, playing as Ra. He's from the UCA clan. His name's I Kill You Die. His partners today in the green color playing as Zeus. His name is Matreiuss. And in the purple color playing as Loki. His name is HerroOP. Their opponents today are the DoD clan. In the yellow color playing as Zeus, he is Shelty. In the blue color playing as Isis, his name is Joe, and in the red color playing also as Isis, his name is Fox. Looks like both teams has sub players out for game number 2. Game number 1 was won by DoD with a really strong Kronos, triple Kronos team against the triple Zeus team. So DoD currently up 1-0. We'll see what happens there. We are seeing, I like this. Fox is he's got the villagers coming over here. Unfortunately, he's not animation canceling these villagers. When they attack, you can actually click them again and get the double attack going, and it can be really strong. In fact, the GPS is basically doubled because the wind up animation is as long as the wind down animation, and Fox is letting a villager run away. But you have to also be able to run away your villager at the same time. But you can just set waypoints with your shift and get that happening really fast, and you should be totally fine. But that's good. Joe over here has found his elk a little bit late, so he's going to be a little bit delayed there. It doesn't really matter all too much, so long as you move over to it, and Shelty is totally fine with those elk here. And we're going to continue here. HerroOP has found his elk. Always nice to get your home hunt underway, and so has our Matreiuss player here. He's actually gathering. I'm not sure I like this. You split your villagers up so they don't bounce off each other as much, but if you split them up over onto berry bushes instead of leaving on the elk, then I'm not sure if it actually matters and you get less resources. You definitely get less resources as quick, but you might get the same overall resources because you're still grabbing that hunt. It will expire at some point, but you might lose a couple of resources just due to the hunt losing. They naturally lose 1 resources every couple of seconds or something. And I Kill You Die has grabbed his elk, but he's Ra, and he doesn't really care about hunt. He's going to be grabbing his farms fairly soon as well. And we do see that the cow has been picked off there. Joe, a little bit angry there, trying to save that guy, but the priest is going to get bashed back into his base. I love this. This is what you want to be doing as Zeus. You want to find where your enemy priests are and then whack them until they run back to the base, and then actively scout and try and find them again. Keep on stopping their scouting as best as you possibly can, because it does stuff them up. If they can't find their food to hunt, then it slows them down significantly, and it's just something you should be doing as Norse. You can't do it as Atlantean, but if you're Norse or you're Greek, send your scouts, maybe build 2 scouts as Norse, send your scouts around, try and find that priest. And if you're struggling against Egyptian, it's one way you can really up your game against them. And we are seeing so many of these villages. Wow, there's so many berry bushes there. I'm not sure I understand that. That's happened for everyone, but that many berry bushes is a little bit bizarre. There is quite a lot of deer up here and elk, but it looks like DoD is not scouted up there and is completely missed. Nope, there's the deer, there's the elk. So this is just a poor decision here by Fox. So potentially Fox is going for the early prosperity into farms in order to steal food from the rain. But if there's only 1 Ra, then it's just not a good strategy. If there's 2 Ras or more, it's okay, but 1 Ra, it's just not going to be that good. Anyways, if we're jumping around, seeing if anyone's advanced just yet. Joe, not just yet. Fox, no. Matreiuss, no. I Kill You Die, no. HerroOP is going through for SETI, so he's going to be able to grab some of those Loki Herser. In these team games, Loki plays just a little bit differently, because you want to be going more semi-fast mythic than a flaming weapons timing push or anything like that. So generally I see Loki players go something like 10 Herser, grab Hall of Thanes, run around the map, cause as much havoc as they can. With their Ulfsark or another Herser, you wall up everything so you can't take any pressure, and then you go fast mythic into tier or you can go Nidhogg, but Tyr's generally better. And you cast Winter, and you get Fenris Wolfbroods, and you can really run super fast, especially on this hybrid mod balance patch, where Fenris Wolves are a little bit stronger. You can get like 5 of them or 6 of them, and they cost like 14 favor, 5 or 6 of them, and you can do so much damage with those. Anyways, we'll see if that is what happens. We are seeing DoD Shelty going through Hermes there, Matreiuss going through Hermes himself, IamJoe going through Tar, HerroOP's in Forseti, Shelty's in Hermes, and we aren't seeing Joe advancing just yet. Did he forget his temple? He forgot his temple. Oh no. This is awful for DoD. DoD is so far behind right now because Joe would be advancing right now normally. He's got his 1 monument up. He hasn't even got his 2nd monument up. I have no idea what happens there. Joe, absolute catastrophe right there. He's a top player. This is not something you ever see from top players. This is like 1,600 mistakes right here. I love it. Unfortunately, Joe's going to be advancing a little bit later, so he's not going to be able to do what he normally does. So we're seeing him go through Bast. It's actually not as bad as you think. He's still going to be able to get to the the heroic age at a reasonable time, but he's going to have to go for a fast heroic. He can't grab that 2nd town center early and then go for a fast heroic because will be super far behind. But he can go for a fast heroic if he grabs his early armory and remembers to empower it, and then go for an 8-minute advance or a 7-minute advance, get to the heroic age, 8 minutes, grab his double town center or get a Migdol stronghold or something. And we are seeing here's the walls going up for HerroOP. I love this. Get them up, wall your opponent in, stop any sort of centaur raids that happen. Shelty, what's he doing? He's not got any villages on favor here. Centaurs are really strong in Nilla. The Vubli balance 3.0 and I think 2.0 nerfed them so that Centaur's special attack don't kill a villager with only 2. You need 3 Centaurs to one-hit a villager, but that was basically just a way to nerf Centaurs, as we see Rain getting cast and Joe hitting the classical age. That was a way to nerf the early game of Zeus, because Zeus got the free Centaur and then you add a 2nd Centaur and you get a free villager kill straight away. Whereas in Nilla, it's not necessary to do that because they have to build the 2 Centaurs and it does delay it enough that you're going to be totally fine here. We do see that the wall is up here. Wall repair rates are really strong as well, so you can actually repair this wall and keep it there for a long time, even though there is an Odysseus there to be picking off those Herso. Could just retreat the Herso and get the healing spring and just contain your opponent for a really long time here. We are seeing that Rain has cast here, and no Hermes Centaurs from Matreiuss either. These guys are Titans players, so potentially they don't remember how strong Centaur were before the nerf. Anyways, that's upsetting. Walls are up though for UCA, so they're going to be in a nice position here to be defending against everything, and we are seeing that Shelty's moving around at this point, but that's going to be totally fine there. Has Joe recovered here? He is sort of recovered. 8:30 is late for Nilla. You don't want to go that late pretty much ever. If you're going that late in Nilla, you just... It is a team game, so it's a little bit different, but you go that late, you can't put the pressure on with an early Ancestors Eclipse or anything like that. But, that's totally... I just said 2 town centers play. You can't go for a 2 town center play. You can't go for 2 town center play in Nilla. I'm so stupid. I've watched too many Titans games in my days. We are seeing Prosperity does get cast there for Fox and Joe. So that's going up at this point. The rain was actually perfect timing to delay that. This is both late Prosperities from both of these players. We are seeing what Fox is going through Nefty. So both of these players are super late for some reason. Not 100% sure why. We are seeing Matreiuss move his heroes in at this point. So they're going to be retreating back into their base and be totally fine here, but not allowing the forward Migdol stronghold to get put up. And we don't see any... There's nothing coming up here. And we are seeing a fast heroic here from Matreiuss as well, grabbing his 2nd town center early. This is a great team game play. If you can just boom... you can basically just boom in Nilla. If you don't take any damage, you can come out really, really far ahead because your opponents can't boom as strong. If they're going aggressive, they can't boom as strong. So if they don't deal any damage to you, you just come out in front. but it looks like Shelty's sitting in his base, which is what HerroOP's managed to make him do. If we jump over to his perspective, how is he going with this semi-fast heroic? I do like it. He's got the 8 dwarves and he's building dwarves here out of the town center and gatherers. I prefer to just build dwarves. You can always get to the heroic age at 10 minutes with 10 Herso. And it's totally fine. We are seeing a nice locust swarm getting cast here. Managed to pick off 1 villager. Oh, getting 2 villagers there, which is really nice there. And the villager's going to have to move back, grabbing that siege workshop. It would have been probably better to just use your locust over on the Zeus player here, because you could get a better locust. There are monument protection, so you can't really use it that effectively onto an Egyptian player. But we are seeing villagers moving forward onto the siege workshop here, and they're going to be getting onto that gold mine as soon as possible. HerroOP almost in the next age. Joe hit his heroic age. Fox has hit his heroic age. UCA Matreiuss through Apollo, grabbing his 3rd town center already. So he's going ham on this food. He does have 15 villagers on farms already, but too many villagers on wood at this point. Got the right amount on gold. Does need to transition those guys over to food and get his economy in a sort of nice place. Don't want to go too hard on the wood, but you do have to build a farm, so I get it in that perspective there. Has he got plow? He does have plow. He's going to be totally fine. Needs to start pumping out some units as well, because Joe and Fox are going to start putting on the pressure now, and it's all going to be on to I kill you die. So if Matreiuss can't help him at this point, I assume that's what's going to be happening. It's a really slow play at this point for some reason. No real pressure is getting put. It's already 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Generally, you want to be attacking as soon as you possibly can. We are seeing Fox has got his his own 3rd town center up. Same with Joe. So it's basically just HerroOP and I kill you die sitting at 1 town center. So there's lots of booming here, which does mean that HerroOP is more than able to right now go straight to the mythic age, which is something he should be doing. He's got 18 villagers on gold, 12 villagers on the food. Too many villagers on wood, which makes me think that he's going for town centers, which is not awful. But I don't think it's the optimal play here. Generally, especially if he's not spending the food on more Herso. It looks like he's going for a town center. I prefer him to go mythic age, then town centers, then go into Fenris wolf broods, and then kill all the villagers of your opponents. It's very, very strong. We are seeing chariot archers do pick off a Jason here, which is huge. That means that Ancestors Eclipse is going to be able to do even more damage. There is a Hermes, though, to be concerned about. So you have to get those Ancestors Eclipse out very, very fast. So we'll see if Matreiuss can catch that Ancestors Eclipse and ceasefire that one. Tower of Set is here. It should get picked up. That's a really good relic for Egyptian players, because they build lots of Middle strongholds. And if you go into the late game with watchtowers, they just go up super fast. We're seeing market there for HerroOP. And there we go. We are going to see a Mythic Age there. It is going to be very, very fast. Hitting, always going through hell. Titans players, God, you need to watch some Nilla recorded games. Hell's fine. There's like, isn't there a bolt? Oh, DoD Shelty used his bolt. Okay, that's totally fine, but still, Timber Winter, it does damage to everyone, and hell only does damage to one. Do have access to fire giants though, which is great. Can build those fire giants and get out Ballaster and get the fire giant Ballaster combo going super early, and it can be really, really difficult to kill that. But Bellerophon is actually really, really strong in this game in Nilla, as opposed to Titans in the Vibu balance patch. And Bellerophon got nerfed, and he can pretty much kill those guys off really fast with his buffs, his jumps. We are seeing these siege towers are taking a lot of damage from archers here, and I Kill You Die is really picking them off. So it's really good. You can also garrison your chariot archers into siege towers, which is a really, really strong micro trick, which actually does this thing where if you set your chariot archers up to shift click through your opponents, and you catch the chariot archer which is getting attacked into the siege tower, it actually stops the shift click going, and they automatically retarget onto the closest unit, which is going to be the siege tower. So there you go. That's a little bit of a micro trick that I haven't seen very often. It's pretty hard to do, but if you can do it and maintain everything else going, it's very, very strong. We are seeing all of this pressure coming at this point. Still no Ancestors. There's the Ancestors Eclipse. No ceasefire catches it. Where did he cast it? He cast it behind, so he's going to have to retreat, run in through here. There's so many siege towers at this point. We are seeing Hell has got grabbed there, but not going to be able to use that one because of the eclipse for another 50 seconds. So that was a really nice timing there from Joe, preventing that one from happening. We're seeing more and more of these HerroOP get built at this point, and we are seeing that the HerroOP are going to be able to move in and try and stop this from happening. Ooh, nice semi-fast mythic there from Shelty. I like that. Means he can use his lightning storm when flaming weapons comes out, and because no because no Fimble Winter's there, that's going to be able to kill all of these guys off. But this is a kind of an awful position to be fighting in for Shelty, especially with no upgrades on these Toxotos. So they're going to all fall, you know, that's going to be very difficult for them. And this is so many units right now. I think they've even got some armory there, and we're seeing fire giants moving out as well. So unfortunately, not going to be able to keep these Toxotos alive here. So they're going to have to retreat here, and it's going to be totally fine. But HerroOP are really far ahead, and Matreiuss sending some of that food over because he's super fed from booming super fast there. So he's going to be moving in, attempting to pick off everything over here, and we're seeing those siege towers are going to be attempting to defend here. Migdol Stronghold is up, but I Kill You Die managed to defend against that really nicely. He's got those Pursuit out as well. We're seeing Nidhogg does get cast over here as well, going to be able to move in here, and these fire giants are also going to be able to defend against the lightning storm, because if they get hit by any of the lightning storms, that's going to be huge, because that's not killing off any of these guys. As we see, the lightning storm does come down, and most of these are going on to the HerroOP, and that's going to force HerroOP to retreat. But all of these guys look like they're going to be falling, and that's going to be a really, really nice lightning storm there, and that's going to be able to help him out a lot. However, that still leaves access to flaming weapons, and we're seeing Matreiuss go through the Mythic Age through Plenty Vault, which is super fast, and he's got the boom already happened as well, so he's really not spent anything on population there. He's got the armories going up. Now all he has to do is grab the armory upgrade that makes your armor cheaper, and then start building fortresses and get those Myrmidon going. And late game Zeus is so strong in Nilla. Myrmidon costs 2 populations, so 3 populations. So if you can pump them out and get enough of them, they do so much damage. We're seeing Myrmidon are getting pumped out, as well as Hoplite, which is good. As you start building up those fortresses, you got to mix in Hoplite until you can afford just Myrmidon, and they're super strong. We're seeing armory upgrades are up, and Forge of Olympus is coming there for Matreiuss. That next armory upgrade, armories, is coming. So whenever you get that Mythic Age, get those 3 armories, pump those armory upgrades out, and you get that happening. And we are seeing fire giants now moving in. However, Bellerophon comes in. Bellerophon picks these guys off so much. If you see how fast that recharge is, if we jump over to Shelty's perspective, he can run in again and kill off this one. If he jumps in right now, if he just does a hit and run, right, jump in, kill the guy, basically there we go, 1 dies, run away, jump in, run in, and then you need to do that as best as you possibly can. And then you see so much damage right there. Fire Giant almost dead, and we're just seeing the micro from Shelty. Really nice job here, trying to pick this one off as fast as possible. Picking off both of these guys here. Gonna have to retreat those Fire Giants. We do see the town center has fallen, but all these Fire Giants are down. At least really low hit points here. And we are seeing Underworld Passage from Matreiuss is getting cast here somewhere, not sure. Oh, getting cast here onto the back location. He has Myrmidon, has Hoplite, and Bellerophon out here, and this Underworld Passage is here, so we can send some of Teal's army in through this location as well. Even if you start pumping out anything here, we are seeing Ancestor's Eclipse does get cast, going to be attempting to build off this Underworld Passage with it, which is not a halfway terrible idea. But with Bellerophon out and all 4 Mythic Age heroes, all 4 heroes here from Zeus, that's way too much. And we are seeing more and more of the units are piling in right now. We're seeing the double Mythic Age through Osiris here for IamJoe and Fox, but I believe Matreiuss still has access to Bolt. He does have access to Bolt, but it is possible to use it while sitting under monument protection. And we are seeing some of these siege towers are moving forward. Really nice hold so far for Joe. He's managed to keep this town center at a decent amount of hit points here, and we're seeing these siege towers move in. They're going to be able to pick off this Underworld Passage really, really easy. This is a really nice defense here from DoD, so they're still hanging on, and this is going to be totally fine. All of what Matreiuss is doing right now has been shut down. It's all going to be about, can Shelty hold on to HerroOP? HerroOP is super far ahead. He's got those Ballaster coming out right now. Oh, I love this Ballaster coming out. He's going to be able to build more of those Fire Giants, seeing walls going up, and then you chuck up some watchtowers, and you can just siege down this location. Really, really nice. Seeing that nice mountain giant spawn coming through as well. We're seeing Bellerophons pumping out, as well as some of those Fenris Wolf Brutes are useless spawns unless you get a couple of them. But that's totally fine. We're seeing Town Center is getting sieged down, and a bunch of those Donkey Caragars are falling. And we're seeing, here we go, my favorite unit mix. Fire Giant, Ballista, taking down this location right now. And we're seeing Shelty does cast the Ceasefire. And at this point right now, you need to start building more of these walls, getting those watchtowers planted and ready to go. You can't build them in the ceasefire, but need to get that positioning in the right location here. These Bellerophon can jump over the wall and pick off a Ballista in one hit, which is the hard part. So you want to be able to surround that location so he can't retreat. So get a wall around the back so that he can't retreat out of this location and get more jumps. That's the aim, right? And we are seeing the wall is kind of here, so he can move these Ballista into this location here. Wall off here as well, and he can be totally fine, but he's not doing that just yet. Not completely aware of how to deal with the Bellerophon. That's fine. He should have enough units to just kill it off. Gonna lose a couple of Ballista, but it's totally fine. We do see that IamJoe, Son of Osiris, has been killed there with a bolt from Matreiuss, so that's going to be pretty nice. There's another Son of Osiris to come though, and this is all going to come down to can DoD fight through HerroOP here. We do see that Fox and Joe are in a decent enough position to keep fighting. It's all about can they hold on over in this location, and can Matreiuss help out enough. He's got Colossus coming out here, as well as Hoplites are heavy, so they're going to be able to kill off so much here, and they've got iron upgrades already. We're seeing flaming weapons does get cast here, and moving these Ballista back so the Bellerophon can't jump over. Oh, a nice surround on this at this point, but going to be able to jump out of there, and we're seeing Iron Hajar get spawned as well. They can use that horn to make these Hersa go up even further in damage, up to 26 hit points, which means even more Myth unit spawns. And we're seeing Town Center fall there. A bunch of siege towers are moving in here with those heavy elephants, so that's going to be nice and beefy. But all of these Hersa are super strong, as well as the Silver Colossus are coming out, and looks like Town Center falling there for Joe as well, so that's even less population for Joe to help out with, and those War Elephants are really not going to be that helpful. We're seeing Mercenary are really big. They're nice and beefy in this game, in the Nilla mod, but they're just not enough against Zeus, who has the access to those champion hoplites. Going to be able to move in, do so much damage. And we're seeing the siege towers move in right now. Going to be trying to pick off this stone gate, trying to move in, but so many Ballista here. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. Going to be able to pick off this market as well, stop any gold income from Shelty, and all of this is going to get picked off by all these Hersa, so that's huge. We have HerroOP sitting at 4 town centers, Matreiuss 3 town centers, IamJoe 3 town centers, Fox 3 town centers, but Joe and Shelty 2 and 1 town centers respectively. That is going to be way too much. We are seeing Shelty attempting to get this town center back up. He does have access to the medium Toxotes, but that's not going to be enough, and we are seeing those priests here. They do have access to funeral rites, so they do a lot of damage to this Silver Colossus, but with 80% pierce armor, you really need access to some hack heroes in order to kill this guy off. So we need our Zeus player to get his Hercules, his Jason, and his Bellerophon over to deal with the Silver Colossus, because the damage just isn't there from those priests. We are seeing Shelty does decide to tap out, Joe decides to tap out, and so does Fox. Unfortunately, DoD could not hold on there. That was super well played there by UCA. While I didn't like the tier play, I love the tier play. Sorry, I love the hell play. Sorry, while I didn't like the hell play, I love the hell play. That's funny. I love Fenris Wolfbrood semi-fast mythic as Loki, because I know how strong it is. But my love for Fire Giant's Ballista is that much stronger that I'm okay with what you did, HerroOP. Nice play there, and we saw it full force here. Watchtowers going up as the final straw there to really assert how strong Norse's Mythic Age can be if you play it correctly. Especially early Mythic Age, and we did see that there was a really nice hold by I Kill You Die against the double, allowing green Matreiuss to basically hold on. Armories were up in time and getting his upgrades up to defend, and then he came over and defended against all this action over here, and that Ancestor Eclipse attack just did nothing, and unfortunately DoD couldn't put the pressure on enough, and UCA is up now. What is that? UCA wins the game now. It's 1-1. DoD won the first game. UCA wins the second game. It's best of 5 series, so we've got 5 games or 3 more to go. So we'll see who manages to come out on top in the next game. If you enjoyed this game, please rate, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you liked my videos and want to see them as soon as they come out. My name is Boit, and I'll see you guys next time.